Hello everyone, welcome to Caroline's Craft Tree. Today we are doing week 31. Can you believe that we are that far along on the CCT 52 challenge? So this week's prompts are paper towel, balloon, bling, stamp, and ticket. Now remember, you can substitute anything that you may not have for something that you think is close. So a stamp, postage stamp. You could use like a ink stamp. You could use, I don't know what else. You could use anything that you think represents a stamp. You could use an envelope with a stamp on it. All kinds of things. So, like I say, you decide or you interpret these prompts the way you think you want to do it. So, a few goodies that I have. I took some of my paper towel earlier and I put some distress ink on a plastic sheet and sprayed it with some water and then rub these little strips on because I plan on using them in my project. I've got a couple extra things. This is what I'm using for my stamp. It's a printout. I have no idea where I got it from. I got these right after I started making junk journals. I don't even think I had a printer at this time. I think I was printing it off at Staples. So it was a long time ago. So I'm going to use one of those. I've got a ticket there, a little ticket. I've got a homemade button, which I plan on using as my balloon. So we'll see how that goes. And then I've got a few odds and ends that I want to use. So let's start with, I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue it down to here. I'm just using this, the piece of scrapbook paper, and I'm just going to use that as a backing for this stamp because it's going to be a journal card. So I want it to be thickish. I like my journal cards to be sturdy enough so they're not going to fold up when you're trying to put them in a pocket. I find that just making them out of paper, they don't last as long. So let's just put that in there. Okay, and then never thought to dig these out before. I do have a pair of stamp scissors. So I'm going to use that to cut this out. That's what I used last time. So I'm going to try to cut it in the same spot as before. That's looking good. I like these shaped scissors. I only have a couple pair because I used to have lots, but I just wasn't using them. But I do use the stamp one a lot. So I was glad that I kept it. Go down this way. They're not the best cutting. I find when you're trying to get to the end of the scissors, they don't cut very well at all. But that's okay. We make do with them. Just going to ink this up around the edge. And because we're going to use it as a bit of a journal card, I'll do this back part too. Okay, there we got that. Now, this is where I've kind of lost on what I'm going to do. Now, I got this here because I was going to try and put it on here somehow. Okay, I need to for sure cut it down in size. And I want this just... Okay, I think that'll work, I hope. Let's see if we can glue this up. And I think that one was going to be sticking over the edge too. Let's kind of put it like that. Okay, now then, with these, now I've done this with seam binding, but basically just taking a little strip and just kind of scrunching it up, making it a little more three-dimensional. My idea is I want them to look like flowers. So just crunching them up, putting them down, holding it for a second. Okay, now this one here, I want to just put a little bit of glue right there just to hold that down a bit. So just crunching it up into a little tiny ball, really. Dab of glue. Kind of thought with this flower in the background that these flowers might be kind of cute on here. Now I do still want to keep them fairly three-dimensional, but I don't want them to get caught on things, so glue this part down a little bit. There we go. And because these are only paper towels, we don't want them to like just rip off because they're not really stuck down. Not sure how many of these I want to do yet. And the glue does kind of seep through some of the layers in this. So we got that. We just need to glue down a little bit more. Okay. Don't want to put down too many. So these here, I just want to, what color? Kind of like these brown ones actually. So let's put these along here. Find a lot of these, the coating on the back that's supposed to stay on and be sticky, I find that it doesn't work. The stickiness kind of tends to stick on the plastic, so I just rely on gluing them down, and what little bit of sticky stuff stays on there, that's okay. My glue is acting funny. It's kind of squirting its way up out of the bottle. Okay, there is our bling. Got a little bit of string here. I'm just want a little piece of this. And let's just glue this string on the back here a little bit. Just so that I know that it's fastened down. Okay. Now, this is going to go on here. So I just want to glue this end. I did want to ink this up a little bit too, so let's quickly do that before. Okay, let's just glue that down. I'm gonna have it sticking up a little bit. Now this will be our balloon. Kind of a strange balloon, but I think it will be okay. I'm going to put that up there like it's like flying away. Should have inked that button. That's okay, it will be fine. Okay, let's turn that off. And then I just want to try to divide up the threads. That was just a embroidery floss. So I just want to divide the strands just to, I don't know why I want to do it. I'm doing it because I want to do it. Get those out. Almost. Two more to separate. I don't want to pull on it very hard because I don't want it to pull out. I just thought with them divided, it just kind of makes a little bit fuller. And I just want to grab something. I'm going to put some of these. These are for diamond painting. Got them at a yard sale at the Lions. What color? I'm going to add some just around down here. Just trying to look to see what. We've got some like white ones. We have some pale green ones. Don't like that color. We've got some dark blue. These brown ones might go okay. Hoping maybe we'd have like some, the color might be okay. Oh, there's some nice pink ones. Let's try some of these pink ones. Put these ones all back away. We need a pair of tweezers for these, definitely. I have no idea how many we want to put on. We're either going to do 3 or 5. So let's take out 5 pieces. And I try to have them the right way up. Then I can put my dab of glue and then I can I pick these up? Perfect, I can. Okay, so let's move our string out of the way. And I want just a little dab of glue. That's way too much glue. It's a good thing this dries so clear. There's one. That one is overwhelmed with glue, but it'll dry nice and clear. Just trying to put them around just to make it look like kind of like buds on the tree. I hope. My glue is being a volcano today. Use my fingers to take off a lot of the glue. Okay, one more. Let's put one over here. Okay. I think I like those on there. It just gives it a little something different. I said I was going to use 5. I ended up using 6, but that's okay. So there we have our little card. Let's move some of these goodies kind of off to the side. So we have our paper towel, which we've used for our flowers. We have our balloon. We have our bling. We have our stamp. We have our ticket. We are done. Let's dig out our big, huge book here. And let's see, where are we going to put it? We need just a little pocket, which I don't know if we have a little pocket left anymore. Let's see what we've got, where we can put it. We might be able to just use a paper clip. And there is a paper clip right there that's not being used. Slide that over there. We are going to put this in here. So there we have week 31. I like how the paper flowers, or the paper towel flowers turned out. I think they look pretty cute. Hopefully you can see them. They give a bit of dimension, but they're not very thick. So you could use like even tissue paper or wet wipes or anything like that there to make these little flowers. It's the first time making them out of paper towel. The only time I've done that is using the seam binding, which worked quite well. So hope you enjoyed week 31, and we will see you soon.